So the second round of games at the group stage in this summer's World Cup are now complete, so we thought we'd check in with our Manchester United players in Brazil and see how they're getting on. First up, two men playing for the reigning world champions, David De Gea and Mata. Heartache for them obviously, as Spain have crashed out embarrassingly and they haven't even been able to play yet. Hopefully David De Gea will get a chance to show what he can do between the sticks, as Casillas has been awful, quite frankly. But he did pick up an injury which ruled him out of the second game and might ruin his World Cup totally. Hopefully it won't. Mata certainly should get on because they're playing Fabregas. Who wants Fabregas? Chelsea, that's who. England obviously have had a horrible World Cup. Phil Jones and Chris Smalling haven't even played, and Glenn Johnson has. Just think about that. Phil Jones is sat there on the bench watching Glenn Johnson run around marking nobody. Wayne Rooney has put in so much effort for this World Cup, put up with loads of stick, got his World Cup goal, but ultimately he's still going home, as is Danny Welbeck, who's worked hard out on the left wing, where we know he doesn't enjoy to play. Now, Japan and Shinji Kagawa, who over in Japan is a Wayne Rooney-esque figure. He's their number 10 and everything revolves around him and Honda. Now, he was dropped for their second game because there was lots of criticism of his first performance. So he didn't play against Greece, which was 0-0. Now they have to win their last group match and also have results go their way for them to have any chance of qualifying. Will they play him? We've no idea. Hopefully he'll get his chance to shine because it'll be all sad, otherwise won't he? Nobody wants a sad Kagawa. Portugal are in a similar situation to Japan in that they don't have control over what happens to them now. They're not out yet, but they need Germany to beat America 2-0 and then to beat Ghana 4-0 for a chance to go through. Nani is doing all right though. Hasn't played all season, turns up to the World Cup, scores against America, doesn't even worry about it. So basically, maybe we should keep Nani. Maybe David Moyes was right. Who else? Ecuador. Valencia's doing all right, both Valencias. They've got two Valencias, and it's Enner Valencia who's been getting the headlines because he's been scoring lots of goals. But Antonio, their captain, has been playing very well, and he's just signed a new 3-year contract with United, and he might yet go through. Ecuador aren't out. They have to win their last game, but they've got a tough draw against France, whereas Switzerland play Honduras. They've both got 3 points, and in all likelihood, Switzerland will get more points against Honduras than Ecuador will get against France. Speaking of France, Patrice Evra is having a great time. They've won both their opening games by a margin of 3 goals. He's been delighted with the clean sheet, I imagine, in the first match, but not so happy to concede 2 against Switzerland. But he's having a great time, even if he's not allowed to wear the armband anymore. Belgium. Fellaini, that Afro loser that we all hated, is amazing. That's why David Moyes bought him. He started on the bench in Belgium's opening game, as did Januzaj. But Fellaini came on, scored a header, nearly scored another, won the match, got to start their next game, and they won that as well. He didn't score, but he played 90 minutes. He did all right. He's proving to be a hero out in Belgium. Januzaj, however, hasn't played yet, which annoys me. Get him on. Get him on. We've done France. Holland. Robin van Persie is a goal machine. We'll be talking about that header over Casillas forever. And then against Australia, he scored again, belter, and also showed his petulant side by running around and smashing the Socceroos left, right and centre. Awesome. But most excitedly of all is the fact that Louis van Gaal clearly gets the best out of Robin van Persie. And you saw his celebration against Spain where he ran over to the big high five. He obviously loves playing under Van Gaal. Who isn't desperately excited to see that unfold next season? We are going to get lots and lots and lots of brilliant goals from Robin van Persie, I am quite sure of it. And finally, our last player at the World Cup is Javier Hernandez, who hasn't started either of Mexico's games so far. He's come off the bench both times at sort of 70, 80 minutes. Not great. He's probably not delighted, but he has got to play against Brazil in a Brazilian World Cup, and that's quite exciting. So let's round this up. 3 players that are having a great World Cup so far. Robin van Persie, surely a shoo-in for the Golden Boot. Evra, because France is doing so well and he's a part of that. And Fellaini, who's doubled his transfer fee, or at least got some form again for next season, hopefully. And 3 players who've had a World Cup to forget. Kagawa, because he was dropped. Rooney, because he's worked so hard to be fit, then got shipped out wide. Finally got his goal, but ultimately still eliminated and has to play a game that means nothing. And Javier Hernandez, because he just can't get a starting place. And one of the thousands of players that we've been linked to playing in this tournament that I've really enjoyed watching so far has been Alexis Sanchez, and I'd love it if we signed him for next season. Let us know if there's someone you've been watching that we've been linked to, or even if we haven't been linked to, that you would like to see playing for Man United next season. Write it down below. And we'll be doing lots more of these, checking in with our players at the World Cup, so we'll be back here next week. Subscribe to FullTimeDEVILS and you can watch that video first.
Adrian Childs on a daily basis. It looks like someone's got a baked potato, extracted all the personality out of it, kicked the shit out of it, shoved it in a suit and put it on your TV.